Boom! Never been told. Right, so where? Swear. Broad daylight. Anybody here? I'm a life and making rich for you. You gotta wake up to the rise. Anything can be anything. What you exercise, what you speak about the most, that's what you'll attract. So always be prepared to face it because this is the fact. The things you want, the things you need, work hard. Don't worry about people saying shit about you. Don't worry who said it. It's all about getting what you want. But you got to be careful along the way. Because people will take it away because they don't want to work. They don't want to work for shit. They don't want to do no shit. They just want to take your shit. No shit. Along with the world. With some of the boys and girls. They don't want to do nothing at all. But they want to have it all. Make him rich for you. You gotta wake up to the rise. Anything can be anything. What you exercise. What you think about the most. That's what you'll attract. So always be prepared to face it because this is the fact. Boom! I'm coming. Scaramucci, I love him. Great, great artist. Great artist. From the heart. Scaramucci. Anybody here? The mind is powerful. That's my subject today. The mind is powerful. For sure. We have to use it, though. That's the thing. We're not really using it at its full potential, I think. That was my... From my experience, I always been told that the mind was powerful. That's the thing. I heard it before I start seeing clear and all this and start using it. I was aware of the power of the mind, but not tapping into it at all. It's just that we have such a powerful mind. Okay, we have such a powerful mind. We can even synchronize events in our life. Okay, whether you feel it or not, it's something you have to feel, but. I don't want you to believe me on anything, but feel it, experience it. But yeah, the power of the mind, that's what I was talking about. Before I start seeing a bit more clear in their madness, I was aware of the power of the mind, but never, like I said, really tapping into it to the point where I would create my own reality. You know, I would be able to create my own reality. And that's what create your life. You know, what you think about is what you're going to attract the most. That's for sure. It's common sense. This is common sense. So for sure, if you are always thinking of negative stuff, that's what you're going to attract. If you think positive, you attract positive. If you take positive action, do positive action, you will have positive outcome from it, for sure. Come on. The mind is powerful. The mind is very powerful, but it's something we don't use. We don't use the power, all the power that is at our disposition, and we're very, very enslaved in that mind. We don't free it. Like, the goal is to free our mind, and we can do that. Free for me, freedom. That's what it is. It's free your mind. If you can free your mind, you can be free. That's how I see it. Because in a way, being free. Cannot really be free and travel wherever I want. There's the sea, the mountains, okay, of course, there's the Babylonian border. I'm not talking about fake stuff. Talking about natural borders. Natural borders are everywhere. So for sure, I'm limited in my in the way I move, in my déplacement. Dans mes déplacements, je suis limité. But I'm not limited with my mind. The mind is not limited. The power of the mind is so... The mind is so powerful that you can even think of a dream and make it come to reality if you do the work. That's the part where most of us give up. is that the mind is too distracted. The mind is too distracted. So we will not be naturally uh, going onto something that will expand our mind. We will not do things to expand our mind, for sure, because we're distracted, most of us. So once you starve the distraction, the mind start to align a bit more. I don't know how to explain it. I explain it my way. That's how I do things here. I share my experience and I explain you things the way I see it. But the mind will start to focus a lot more without distraction. Without distraction, and distraction. It's not only sitting in front of the TV. That's not only the distraction you can have. You can have a lot of distraction. Distraction can be alcohol, cigarette. Everything is distraction. Everything is there. Distraction to take you out of action from your track, your course. So that's all it is. That's all it's going to do. And it's going to lower your vibration. It's going to blur your mind. There's a lot of stuff that we must do in order to free our minds. It's not just to go on YouTube. It's not just to go on YouTube and get information. It's a lot more than that. And the mind is very, very, very enslaved in a system also. And say the universal mind is affected also. But that's the result we have, the chaotic weather and all the stuff. I think our state of mind has something to do in this. And if we would use our mind altogether more in a more divine matter, probably we would not have all this hurricane and fucking disaster that's happening all over. People are stuck in major storm, apparently. I don't know. I don't watch the news. I don't know nothing about it. I heard it. I saw it on Facebook, but I know nothing about it too much. It's all, to me, the news are all fake and all fabricated and to put people in fear. So I don't buy into it anymore. That's one thing we have to do to free our mind also, not buy into the fear, the propaganda, the nonsense, because we're very tempted to fall back into this, even awake, even in a state that you're kind of awake or awakening, you're going to be tempted to fall back and go watch TV. And because everybody is onto that, that's the universal mind, the state of mind in humanity. We're in fear and we're constantly plugged on TV, on the news and all the bullshit of Babylon. So for sure, if you don't free your mind, you will be tempted to even go back into this and watch TV to see what's going on with the hurricane. But it's all to control our emotion also. They want to control your emotion. Yeah, you're right. We created Irma. I've watched the news just to see Irma. Yeah, I don't watch the news at all. It's all fake. It's all fair. It's all fear. It's all fear. That's what they want you to do, to carry that emotion. During that time, you don't carry your own emotion. You don't, that's how I see it. That's why I don't buy into this freaking bullshit of Babylon FTV. I'm unplugged from this. If I want to watch something, I want to have, I go on YouTube and I go on Russian vids. I go on the Russian vids if I want to know about some kind of hurricane, or I go there and he has a lot of video. He explains a lot of stuff, but it's not only him. But that's one of the guy I watch, Russian vids. He has lots of stuff. Who he is again? Another question. Who's that guy? But yeah. I don't know. I've watched the news just to see Irma. Yeah. No, I don't watch the news at all. Do you see? But that's what I told you. We're tempted to fall back into that nonsense of watching TV. Even in a state, even with a state of mind different than others, you still fall back into the same programming of others. The TV is there to program us. That's all it is. You can live very easily without the TV. It's a tool of mass deception and mass distraction. That's for sure. And it's only to distract you and make you carry an emotion that you don't really need. You don't really need. Like if I wouldn't watch, the earth is big. The earth is big and huge. If there wouldn't be news or stuff, we wouldn't know about this. We wouldn't know. And the people that would be faced with those disasters, they would face it. Like life goes on. Life goes on. I know it's a disaster. It's very... But if I don't watch the news, I don't carry that emotion. That's the thing. But they want us to carry all the same emotion. And during that time, we're probably also giving power with our minds to the freaking storm. I don't know. There's something there worth looking at and worth considering the possibility that we can have an impact on those hurricanes. I'm not totally against that fact. I don't think it's only man-made with our minds, but it's we have I think a lot to do into the weather. But they play with the weather also. They have come on, they have a ARP, they have the fucking chemtrails, they have all kinds of stuff to modify the weather also, and they're working at it because for them, you know what's the best? You go on a battlefield, they have all their shit planned, all their stuff, their madness is all laid out, and it's easy to see why they do it, the weather modification. It's to make us think that it's for military purposes, because if you can generate a category 5 or 6 hurricane onto a country during a war, boom, finish the war. You know, if you can make hurricanes and tornadoes and bring them to wherever you want, you know, they made rain in Africa. There is companies that are doing that weather modification, and they are admitting it, that they're spraying chemicals in the air and all that. So it's you know, all this is to also repress the mind of humanity. I'm pretty sure about that. I watch news on YouTube, same as TV. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. YouTube is another very distraction too. That's why if you go on YouTube, go to places where you're uplifted, where it's positive, where it's you know, where it's good vibes. We don't want to go on YouTube and be distracted and nonsense and people telling you freaking lies and bullshit. And you know, that's not the goal. It's really, if you go, me, for is of my part here doing my part on YouTube, I've said it from day one, I will never bring in distraction, or even though I put out a lot of videos like Cindy told me yesterday, and it could become a distraction. Good. You know, the amount of video I put out, but I make sure that, you know, what I say is always, there's always something in that I use my mind and I reflect on something. You know, it's that's what the mind is powerful also too, is to reflect. You know, it's part of the solution. We have to reflect on our state of mind. Very important. But freeing the mind is free your mind. Very, very, and that's thinking for yourself. That's just think for yourself. For once in your life, withdraw from all the nonsense of Babylon and let go of all the stuff you've been told about the earth, about everything, all the pseudoscience, everything. Clear everything out of your head and look at life after. Then you're going to start finding mysteries, magic, and also with the power of the mind, you use that magic, you use that all the divine frequency vibration around, and you rise. You know, that's simple. I make it very simple here. It's about rising and shining. For sure, we all have a light. You have a light, I have a light, we all have a light. It's just me, it shines. Other people, it doesn't shine yet. But we all have that light, that beautiful light inside that's just waiting to shine, and boom, in the world. And once you have done that shift, you go out and don't worry about what freaking people think about you, because that's the most fear we have, is what people's going to think about us. Me, I'm so past that. Sometimes I still have it a bit, but I manage it. I don't let it immobilize me. That's the thing. You know, it's not because I'm fearless, and yeah, I'm pretty much very much fearless, but still I have to some fear that I still not fear, but it's more worries or nonsense that I attach to them that I shouldn't. But they're all things. We all have things that we do that we shouldn't do, like I said. And yesterday I received this. Haha, look at this. Ha! King Lorenzo! Positive revolution. Look at this. Massive, massive, massive. Selecta Comagrin. Big up Selecta Comagrin in France. He sent me that because when I did the interview with King Lorenzo, look at this. 100%, 100% fresh and special dub plates. Yeah, and it's so amazing. The sound is amazing on it. if you love, look, King Lorenzo has a very, very special vibe. Go listen to him, especially you ladies. You're gonna love King Lorenzo. He has a very sweet voice, and he talks a lot about love and stuff, and he's very sweet vibes and a wonderful vibe. King Lorenzo is a very, very. Oh yeah, he stopped for me with reggae music, and he just put out that new Positive Revolution. That's what we need, a positive revolution. And no matter how you do the work, how you do your part, and you do your... and he sent me that one too. Rough It Up. Trinity, Rough It Up. It's an EP or they call that a mixtape. Mixtape, there's like 18, 19 tracks on this. Selecta Comagrin in France, in collaboration with Poor Man Records. Yeah, big up family, big up family. I don't know if they watch it, but it's out there. I've said thanks on Facebook, but King Lorenzo, you have to check King Lorenzo, Cindy. You will love him. I'm telling you. King Lorenzo and he has sung, especially on that compilation here. My favorite is Warrior, for sure. But Feel Like Dancing. And he has one that I love so much. It's Something About You. Wow. So there's something about you. I don't know the lyrics, but I love it. King Lorenzo, over the top. There's great reggae artists out there. We have to support them. Me, I make sure that, and that's my way to also, open the heart and connect with people and help people. I think we must, in some way, support the real reggae artists. There is some real people out there. They're not all fake. We're all fake traumatized, I know. At the base, we're all compromised, but we don't need to be fake. We can be compromised without being fake. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that I'm going to move out Babylon in a day or in a week or in a year, but I'm always pretty much going to be compromised. I don't think money will go away from one day to another. So we have to also... balance. The balance is very important. It's good to be awake, to know all this shit, but we have to keep balance also because our brothers and sisters, most of them are in illusion and confusion. So we have to shine light. We have to show love, shine light. This is not judgment. Don't judge others because they're freaking sleeping. We know they're sleeping, but okay, you were sleeping at one time in your life also. So you have no interest of judging anybody that sleeps. Anybody that doesn't know the stuff or that doesn't ask too much question. I don't know. Is it really being awake or asleep, or I think it's just a matter of asking question. But King Lorenzo, check it out. 100% fresh special dub plates. This is out on the 15th of September next week, I think. Next week will be available, but I can fix something for you, Cindy. It's a very, very... I listened to it in my car yesterday with Gavin. Gavin's freaking out on King Lorenzo big time. Oh, yeah. Gavin, he's on to King Lorenzo. And he loves King Lorenzo. He loves his voice. Daddy, I love his voice. No, he's great. There's a lot of great singers out there. I think anybody can sing. Anybody can sing. But not everyone can be a good vocalist. And he's a vocalist. King Lorenzo is a vocalist. He's not just a singer. Anybody can sing. You can talk on a song and you call it singing. So anybody can sing. It's not something hard. I do it every morning here when I come live and direct. I'm a singer too, for sure. I sing out at the top of my lung all the time here in the house. They're getting fed up. Sometimes my wife is getting a bit... that's the thing sometimes that I have to do because I have so much high vibration that I have to... people around you sometimes are not always on the same vibe. Me, I'm on a super high vibe. I think I came here for a very great purpose, but purpose is something that you are. Again, it's not something you should look for. Something that you are. You are the purpose. You are life. You are everything. You are everything that the world needs. The purpose, everything. So we should not even look for a purpose or find a sense of purpose or this or... You are the purpose. You are life. What else do we have? Eh? So we are the purpose. We are the people. Yeah, it's up to us to wake up. We are the people. That's another thing. We are the. They might have the billions and all that, but we are the millions. You know, we are the people. It's up to us to change things. They won't if we. Okay, and again, it's not going in the street and protest. No, no. Just withdraw from all the nonsense. Okay, we will always be some way compromised, but if we don't, at least. If we stop going to those Babylonian church, that's a good start. If we stop giving in to the news, to all the nonsense, the fear, the propaganda, just that, if we start not attach, this is their deception. It's their deception. And if we don't attach our vibration to it, it's fine. Eventually, it will collapse. It will dissolve from within because there will be nobody giving energy to it. So that's the way we have to change the world, I think. It's really... Anyway, that's the way I think. Might not be the best way, but that's the way I think we can do it, is really by stop attaching our life energy to that nonsense, that Babylonian overlay. It's possible. We can do it, by gradually withdrawing our energy from it. Yeah, we are the world. Yeah, we are the world. We are the world. We are the children. There's a brighter day. So let's start giving. Wanna see? It's such a good song, eh? We are the world. Yeah, with Michael. Yeah. I just put it on. I was going to turn it off. No, I turned it off. Okay, it's the other one there. Okay, it's the other screen. No, we are the world, for sure. We are the world. We are the people, but most of us are freaking sleeping on our greatness, shrinking from it. Most of us shrink from the greatness. So it's not like that we're... like I said, it's really, really important. Each and every one of us, forget about the world at large. You have to make change. I have to make change. Each and every one of us stop attaching energy to that madness. Just the madness, like eating meat, giving him to temptation, to seduction, to all the stuff that is there to enslave us. Just that will reduce the overlay energy and the all the stuff. So it's up to you. Do you really want it to change, or is this just a dream in your head? Huh? Do you really want it to change, or is just a dream in your head? If you really want it to change, you're going to make change. If not, that's on your conscience, not mine. Not mine. My mind is free, and I want to make a change, and I'm being the change. So I'm good, me. I'm on the way. You, now, will you make a change? Will you be the change? Because that's what we need. We need more people being the change. Showing example. It's good to opinion, blah, 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 to talk. Talk is cheap. Yeah. But talk mixed with action, that's better. That's better. Then you can inspire people. But if you just talk and don't do it, and just do it. You have a dream, do it. Just do it, because life is short. You're here today, you might be gone today. Yeah, and especially with all the poison we eat, there's good chance that something come and take us before a natural cause. So we're very much intoxicated with that nonsense, with all the poison in the air and everywhere. So keep a body clean and alkaline, very important too. And that's not what they want. They want us to be poison and toxic. So clear the toxicity from your mind. Toxicity in the mind also. Many people have toxic mind or toxic people. Get rid of the toxic people. Discard this. That's not supporting you. Me, I have no toxic influence around. If I happen to have toxic influence around, which sometimes it happens, my wife sometimes blow out, and then I put my headphone. I listen to my music, and I let people do their stuff in their mind, because after all, it's all in their mind. So I don't mix to that kind of vibration. And, I try to keep my vibes pure and clean. And what we hear is very important to protect our ears. What we hear, I had something the other day. Hold on, I'm going to go get it. You have to hear it. Hold on, it's in my bag. Hold on, people. I was gonna make a video with it. I made a video with it. I made a video with it on the side of the river, but you might not have got it yet because it's like I don't know how many hundreds video I have in advance. That's my super book that I write in all the time when I get good stuff. Here, that's the book I'm gonna read. That thing that's Émission Sacrée. Cindy, Émission Sacrée. Cindy sent me that. It's about agricultural ways to do things. Like it's about a lot about growing food. What happened, I think, to the different problems you have with your plant or stuff. And then he explains. I read it fast, but I think it's a lot about it's about the sacred mission. Yeah. Like I'm just going to read a bit. There is no difference of potential between its upper part and its lower part. Therefore, there is no osmotic effect, and the sap cannot rise. Therefore, a slow death occurs. This is the same situation as the tree that died because of the experiment I told you about in a previous letter. In addition, this plant has died. Oh, dried. Dried. In the word dried, you have the word died. Never seen it. Dried, you just add the R. Dried. Died. Yeah. For the same reason that the houses mentioned had dried, such as was mentioned in the previous letter. In this case, the law of nature for life to survive was not in effect. Do not hesitate to try these experiments yourself, and you will be convinced. From now on, you will look at nature in a very different way. Before, you used to see it without seeing it. Ha! Boom! Live and direct. Told you. We're fucking blind. You crossed gardens, forests, prairies, and saw charm, harmony, and color contrast. Now you will love plants, thinking of the ascent of the sap, giving it life, and knowing how it all works. Anyway, that looks amazing. Amazing book, Cindy. Thanks for sending it to me. I'll get on this very soon. What are you saying? A nature book, yeah. No, it's about what we are doing here on Earth. What is our sacred mission? Yeah, that's it. About the sacred mission. But I will start reading that soon. It's nice. It's still rainy again today. Temperature is back chaotic here in Quebec, Cindy. We didn't have much nice weather so far. But the sun shines in our head. That's good. The perfect man judges not after appearances. He judges righteously. He sees himself and others as he desires himself and them to be. He hears what he wants to hear. That's what I told you. We got to protect what we hear. That's no joke. My life not a joke anyway. I don't take nothing as a joke here. It's our life. Come on. So, he sees and hears only the good. He knows the truth. And the truth sets him free and lead him to good. The truth shall set all mankind free. That is our spiritual revival. Character, is largely the result of the direction and persistence of voluntary attention. You have to put voluntary attention for sure. It's all anything that has to be done on a voluntary basis because no one's gonna come and force you. So it's all on a voluntary basis. And if you are willing to do the work, to do the necessary work to make your dream come true, nothing can stop you. Not even you. Not even you, because you gain such a great momentum at one point that you're flying high. You're starting to fly. But for that, you have to master your mind first. No mastering our minds. I would not come here if I wouldn't master my mind to a certain level. Impossible. I think self-mastery and the mastering of the mind is very, very important in this day and age, in this world of confusion and illusion. We must strengthen our mind. We must master our mind. We must retake control of what we think. Retake control of what we think. Not without having another person's thought in our head or another person's dream in our heads, and just our dream, our thoughts, I don't know if we can have an original thoughts. That's another thing. Yeah, have we ever had an original thoughts? I don't know. But I know it's possible to free your mind. It's possible to think for yourself, to not be attached to that madness of Babylon and the world that is just for themselves. You don't need to be just for yourself. You can be the change and give and help. And even if you don't receive from people directly, you're going to receive from other ways. Just do it. Give. Go help people. Help people before they help you. It's not about the person. It's about the divine work. It's about Jah works. We're here to do Jah works. That's what we're here for. I realize that. I realize I've been ordained to be great. Yeah, nothing else, nothing less. And I cannot move away from that. I cannot let go. I cannot let go. First of all, I love it. It's a great vibes. Yeah, it's always coming back to the Nazarene teaching, aka as Jesus Christ. Yeah. No, just give. Even if you don't receive from people, even if the people that you help will not help you directly, like giving you back help. Just help them. Help them. They need help. Everyone needs help. We all need help. Just do it for the divine work, and you're gonna receive. Look, me anyway. I can tell you things that your head would spin. Your head would spin. But just look at all the reggae singers I interview on the Truman Show. Me, it's a dream come true. I have King Lorenzo that I chat with for almost an hour. I'm freaking out. I've never, and I always been a big on reggae and that, and now I'm going after the ones that I was listening to when I was young, like Burning Spear and the Marley Brothers, Ziggy Marley, and all that. So I would like to have them on the Truman Show. That would be a dream. Just to connect with great minds. I want to connect with great minds. My mind is free. So I want to connect with great minds. You do epic shit with epic people. Simple. You don't do epic shit with average people. Hello. You want to do epic shit, you do it with epic people. So that's where I'm going. Straight. Boom! Right there. I'm going to cut through. Babylon. Yeah, for sure. Jah work, Elijah, Emmanuel, God song, Emmanuel, Jah, Rastafari. Yes, Selassie I the first. Me, I'm not too much into this, but I know some people like the Rastafari thing. I respect it. It's not something that for me, Rastafari is love. To me, everything is about love, is about divine love, divine vibes, and but like I said yesterday, who is the king if we consider the lineage? King of kings, lords of lords. If we consider the lineage, who's the king of kings? There's been many kings, many empress, many. So I don't know. It's a bit confusing. It's too deep for me to attach life energy to it without knowing the deeper meaning of things and without knowing it. Today, I want to know where I pour my energy, my consciousness, my attention to. Even if I do nothing, even if I just think and reflect, sitting on my couch, looking outside at the rain, not having TVs around, just silence. Silence. There's a lot of answers that's gonna come in silence. Go retreat, close all the noise. Sometimes I don't listen to music, not always. Sometimes I like to, especially when there's nobody in the house, that's a good time for me to just be noiseless. Like I just sometimes sit on my couch and look at the rain. I look at the rain falling and I think for myself. I try to go back inside more and more and more and find out, what's the meaning of all this, and open my heart and, break the walls to myself and find the key to the heart of gold. If I take action every day, I'll get there. I'll get it, my dream. I'm confident I will get it. But I also know that it's going to take a massive, massive focus. Massive focus because I come from far. I haven't been given a silver spoon in my mouth. Never. When I always had it rough in life. I always had to survive, fight to survive, and always been very fortunate to have good jobs. But still, it's just a job. Just over broke. J-O-B. Just over broke. That's all I always been. Just over broke. You know, you don't make a life like this. You don't travel the world just over broke. Hello? What's the goal? Sitting on our ass and watch YouTube? Or travel the world, have experience with people? Hello, life is out there. Life is not on frickin' YouTube. This is all fantasy for me. The life is happening out there. It's yeah, to be the king or a queen is about the character of a man. Nothing to do with lineage. Boom. This is. But what I mean is there's been many, many, many kings over the history. So who is the king of kings? You know, I think we're all kings and queens. That's how I see it. But I think Ja work. Yeah, Emmanuel God song. Anyway, yeah, this is anyway. I think it's time that we must look into our eyes, look into our own eyes, and start making change. At one point, for sure, it's good to stay comfortable with the herd. But if you stay comfortable with the herd, you will end up into a hearse with a spiritual suicide. Is that what you want, or you want a spiritual revival? I think a spiritual revival is much better. Silver spoon, a good idea to be healthy. I would like to buy a silver cutlery. Yeah, no, I don't need that stuff. I don't need stuff. I don't want to buy things. I don't want to buy things. I buy food, I buy stuff, but I don't want things around me. Like I don't think I'll find any freaking happiness or joy into things. I find that joy and happiness a lot. Happiness, again, it's an idea of happiness. I hold the joy in the moment. Happiness, it's selfish. Yeah, and happiness goes with selfishness because how do you want to be happy seeing your brother suffer? Like, what? We're happy. We're all happy because everyone is suffering. Like, there's so much nonsense everywhere. We have to be happy about this. I can hold the joy. Yeah, I can hold the joy, but happy. Hold on, I'll be back. Boom! Live and direct. He's back. Yeah, yeah. Silver spoon is related to colloidal silver. Yep, man. That's for health. Silver is a super bactericide. What do you think that they were eating with silver before? There is a good reason, or health. Oh, maybe. Maybe, but I think it's better eat with your hands. I think it's better eat with your hands. I don't think a man brought up in nature eat with the cutlery. They eat with their hands. So I prefer eat with my hands. Sometimes I prefer the best eating that I get is with my hands. Is with my hands when I eat. Like my wife sometimes makes vegetarian tacos and all that, and I'll trip over and pick it up and put. That's the best. Is with your hands. I don't think people brought up in nature have a spoon and fucking knives and shit like that to cut their food. That they use their teeth and their hands and some kind of tool maybe around, but. Most people in Africa, or you go into people that don't live on TV. If you go to places, region that people don't live on TV, they eat with their hands. Lots of people eat with their hands. Like this is the way to eat, I think, with your hands, not with a fancy cutlery like the kings and queens and like this is all nonsense to me. But anyway, yeah, that's what I think. But in clean natural water, all trace minerals are present. Even fluoride. Yeah, that's yeah. Anyway, yeah, silver might be good for you, I admit, but it's not really my focus. I would eat with my hands before. Life is never boring. Let's get on to something else. Life is never boring. There's no such thing as boredom. Are you bored? Are you sometimes bored in life? If you're bored, there's a problem. I don't think there's such thing as boredom. But some people choose to be bored. Boredom is a choice. It's a choice to be bored because there's so much work to be done, so much work to do. Work on yourself, work for helping others, work. You can be part of a cause that is larger than yourself at any moment. At any moment, you can move out your comfort zone, start to target a cause, something that you love, something that makes you feel alive. Me, it's reggae music, it's reggae singers, it's the reggae family. That makes me feel alive, and I love it. And I will never stop. I will never stop because I know that's my calling. That's where I'm being called. And from a young age, I know I gotta find a way to really develop it. And but that's up to me. It's not about me. I know what to do, what action to take. I'm very, very clear mind. Nobody's in my mind. People try to be in my mind, but that's the goal also, to strengthen your mind, to master your mind, so people are not in your freaking head. That you have the power over your thoughts. You have the power to not let people influence you, even if they want to come into your head. So you master your mind. You strengthen your mind. If you strengthen your body, if you get muscle, people will not come. And usually, if you're buff and big and big man with big muscle, I'm not tempted to go fucking argue with them. Hello. So that's the same thing. A man with a strength, with a big muscle up there, with a very strong mind, nobody will come and fight me because I have a strong mind. They know they cannot win. So it's not people with bad minds I'm talking about. People that come with bad vibration, bad minds, and want to conquer you. Like the snakes and the crocodiles that swim in Babylon. There's all kinds. So if you strengthen your mind, they can do nothing against you. Nothing, because you know who you are. You know who you are, and you're strong like a rock of Gibraltar. That's how you gotta be. That's how I am, anyway. So that's why I don't really give in to distilled water. Yeah, I drink that too. That's what I drink all the time, Cindy, too, distilled water. Very good, apparently. But that's another thing. A man brought up in nature, does he drink distilled water? Probably. The water for the rain is distilled water, no? Can you confirm that for me, Cindy? I think the rain is a process of distillation, no? It's the best water you can have. Like people drink the snow, they go and melt the snow and drink it. Maybe I'm wrong, no? But I think a man brought up in nature drink distilled water. Pretty sure, because he drinks the rainwater or the... So, I don't know. But colloidal silver water or else definitely work. Yes, indigenous are drinking distilled water, the evaporation. That's it. So a man brought up in nature drink distilled water. A man brought up in nature doesn't eat with a spoon or something like that. So yeah, okay. So it's confirmed. Thank you, guys. Rainwater. That's it. Makes sense for me. It makes sense, the water, because there's water evaporating by fast evaporation or slow evaporation everywhere. And all this end up into the clouds, and it gets filtered into the clouds. I think that's what the clouds are doing. They're filtering the water, by the evaporation process gets in there. I don't know, I absorb something, or maybe the water is causing the clouds. Maybe the clouds are water. I think they are water or something like that. I think they're 90-something% water, the clouds, and once I think they get too packed, there's too much water in it. It gets too heavy. This is where we have rainfall. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that, but it makes sense for me. If I think for myself, I look around, I see water everywhere. The water is evaporating, even on the road. The water is evaporating. Sometimes you can see it, the brume. So, yeah. Act as if what you intend to manifest in life is already a reality. You got to see yourself there. You got to see yourself there. No doubt there. That's why fake it until you make it. Fake it. Have the strength even if you don't have it. Have the courage, even if you don't have it. People can tell the difference. Can you tell if I'm strong? But you can tell if I'm strong, for sure. But you cannot tell if I'm nervous or if I'm in fear or stuff like that. You can be in my mind. So act as if you are in with the intent to manifest in life is already a reality. Eliminate thoughts of conditions, limitations, or the possibility of something not manifesting. You had to clear that of your mind. You got to clear out of your mind that the idea that it will not manifest. It will if you take action, but it's long. It takes time. It takes timing. It doesn't happen instantly with instant gratification, and this is what we're used to. So we think our dream's gonna happen in a year. In a year, the dream will come true. Come on, it's the okay. If you have help, if you have sometime a bit of money, help to make the dream come true. But if you don't, you have to deal with your circumstances, and that's gonna make you stronger also. If you have everything given to you on the way to your dream, it will not build a strong character. That's what you want to build, a strong character moving forward on the way to your dream. And it's not about getting there. It's the journey. It's it's what I'm doing here. That's what matters. It's not the big wow at the end or me traveling on a plane going this. It's this here right now. That's the little thing that matters, not the big thing. I know I'll master the big thing because I can master the small stuff very easily. But I got to find strength now, build up strength, more strength, more. I look very strong, but I still building the strength. Still have not fear, but worries and stuff that I give into some time. And all this is taking my attention other than where it should really be. So working on ourselves. Working on ourselves, very important. Even the water cycles is full of conspiracy. They don't even consider the inner water in the cycle. Flat Earth. No tides created by moon. Spring waters as well supplement the rain. H2O. Yeah, spring water as well. Yeah, the spring water, the water that comes from the ground is very good. The spring water is very good for you. But I think that spring water also, when the water rains, when the water falls, it goes into the ground. There's never going to be a shortage of water. That's a freaking joke, to make us think. That's Guy Laliberté with his foundation, One Drop. He makes people think that we're going to run out of water. It's a freaking joke. It's a joke or what? They make us so blind. They make us so blind. Look at all the water on Earth. We're going to run out of water. We have to protect the water. It's such a freaking joke. Just fear propaganda. That's all it is. And we buy into it. We think the Earth's going to run out of water. Oh, so much illusion. So much nonsense. It's terrible. And we inflate that. We give into it. We contribute to his foundation and all this stuff. Oh, yeah, the One Drop. We have to save the water. Like, there's plenty of water. There's even too much. It's raining all the time here. It's raining all the time. That means that there's a lot of water. If there would be a shortage of water, it wouldn't rain. It wouldn't evaporate. It wouldn't rain. So all this is a cycle. It's a cycle. It would not go away. Sometimes we're a bit too much. We give in too much to the hype, or too much in the hype. Different hype and different nonsense all around. There's more water than land. That's it. There's more water than land. Hello. So what's the sense in thinking that we're gonna be out of water? But that's the guy that went in space with a red nose with a red nose, like a clown. To make fun of people. Probably makes fun of people with his One Drop foundation also. Flat level water. Level. Flat level. Yeah. That's it. It is what it is. So guys, have a great day, and I'll be back at 1 o'clock on the Truman Show with my great brother, Stevie Culture, from the Hyrie Rockers band. Straight out of California. Yeah, Humboldt County, the reggae county. Yeah, from California, Stevie Culture. On the Truman Show, 1 p.m. this afternoon. There'll be a massive vibe. He's very, very outspoken and great vibe. The guy, I always connected on a deep level with him because of his song and stuff. We were connected on Facebook, but finally we spoke the other day for like an hour together, and Great connection with my bro Stevie. Big up Stevie. We're gonna have a great interview. It's gonna be a live reasoning. I want to turn these more into live reasoning than in formal interview. Like if I want to know about them, I can research, but it's more a live reasoning and sharing our inspiration. That's what we need to do. So, yeah, Etana, I'm not afraid. Yeah, Etana. Etana has a great song too. It's Etana. I love her. I love her. She's great. You're talking about the reggae singer Etana? That's what I think you're talking about. Are you in reggae too, Alex? Or how many fans of reggae music here? Am I talking for myself, or is there? Because I know reggae music is not the thing people listen the most. It's I don't know why, but because it's a good vibe. Because it's a good vibe, So people are in low vibration. This is high vibration. So for sure, people are not so much into it. I understand. Sure. Good. You're into reggae music too. That's good. My reggae brother, Alex. Yeah, Etana. Yeah, Humboldt. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful county. Etana has a song too. I think it's. I'm not afraid. And there's another one. Hold on. It's a talk. People talk. That one I love. People talk. That's what they do. Don't believe their lies and show them that you can rise and shine. Boom! Live and direct. I'm out. I'll be back 1 o'clock. 1 p.m. with my bro Stevie. Oh, such a great man. From the Hyrie Rockers. Check him out. He's on Bandcamp. All his stuff is on Bandcamp. He just released a song lately. It's so great. So great. Go listen to it. Seriously, to check his band. Just do Hyrie Rockers. Bandcamp. You're going to find him. And he's from Jamaica. He's been going solo for a while. He's been doing a lot of stuff solo. But now he started a band not long ago, a year and a half ago, in California with some other brothers and sisters. And the result is magnificent, of course. Stevie's a drummer. He's a good musician, too. A good musician, good singer. I love, he doesn't, and I love his voice. It's a rough voice. And no, that's good. Stevie culture, over the top. Boom. Ciao. Soon come. Have a good day. Beautiful day. Wonderful day. Upliftment. It's about upliftment, people. Uplifted day. Yeah. Beautiful. Full of life. Full of love. Full of good vibration. That's what we need. More and more in our life. So I'll be back 1 p.m. This afternoon. That's it. On the Truman Show. Thanks, Leslie. I like Bob Marley, just the old stuff. I was onto the old reggae for a long time, Bob Marley, Culture, all the old stuff. But suddenly I decided to look a bit more in the actual time where I am, where there is living people. And I said, oh, I can help them. I can help them, can do my part. And then I let go a bit of the older stuff, like what I was listening to when I was young. I still listen to Bob sometime, but it's not my main focus right now because I've listened to it for so long. I can sing every song of Bob from beginning to end, no problem. Any song of Bob Marley you put, I can sing you the lyrics. I've been listening to it for obsessed with Bob Marley for years and years and years. So for sure, I got the teaching, but not to a point where I would wake up. I was always in La La Land and fucking Fantasy Land with Bob Marley and never waking up. But the teaching that he gave me at least helped me spark something that in my mind to realize the fuckery of Babylon. Yeah. I do listen all the time. Great. Yeah, Bob. No, for sure, Bob. Sometimes, yeah, but not my. I like Jason and all the Sugarcane Experience guys, the Raphael, Lion D, Jason, Pierrot Dredd. There's lots of very good reggae singers these days. Lots of good sound. The sound have changed also. It has changed a bit. Like it moves a little bit more today than it used to. Like it's more the roots reggae has a little bit more tempo today than it did back then. And I like the tempo in the music. I like when it moves on it. There's a tempo in it. I like to dance. So rise up and dance. Dance the night away. He's out.